Hey fam, this is Leslie from the Wine Concierge, and I know it's been a minute, and it's so nice to go live with you this evening. Um, it's been an eventful the beginning of the year, and I say, wow, this January has really, really gone by fast, but also kind of slow. I don't know, it's a combination. Let me know how your year is kicking off and starting, and definitely say hello in the chat and put your name because I just want to let you know a little secret. Sometimes I can't always see your name. So put your name in the chat so I can say hello back to you. So tonight we have a guest. Her name is Tabitha Cole, and she is one of the co-founders of SheWines. So I'm excited to chat with her. Hey, Chris, Chef Brooks is in the house. Sharice is in the house. It's so good to see you guys. It's been a minute and we had to get together. And um, I really do miss our segments with Chris and I. And now that we're in this whatever stage of COVID, maybe I can come up to Glen Burnie and we can do a cooking segment again. So let me know if that's possible. Hey, Shay. Oh my goodness. Yes, I cannot wait to see you. And there's Maya. Oh my goodness. I just feel so much love today. And Rhonda, yes, I have to. I owe you an email. I really do owe you an email. So, oh, and there's Sandra. Thank you guys for showing up today. So, there's a couple of things I want to tell you. Again, Tabitha Cole, she is coming on, and I'm excited with her about her. A little fun fact: she founded SheWines with her best friend, and between the two of them, they have 9 children. Yes, I said 9 children. So I can't wait. I can't wait to ask her how she started a wine label. She's a chef and has a cafe that she's running and raising children at the same time. It's just got to be crazy. So while we're waiting for her, I want to let you know about a couple of things that's going on with the Wine Concierge. So if you have not seen it, we have a Sip Black wine event in February, and I'm super excited about it. We're pouring all Black winemakers at this event. It is at an art gallery in Prince George's County at Overdue Recognition. And this is an amazing art gallery. So if you have not been there, it is in the Bowie Town Center, actually. And we are almost sold out. Literally, we only have maybe 12 tickets left. So if you want to go to this event, please buy your ticket now, because once it's sold out, we're at capacity. And then you have to have a conversation with the fire marshal. So please come to that. And our guest speaker, yes, Prince George's County. Where is that in Maryland? That is in Bowie, Maryland. And it is right, not too far. It's outside the Beltway, maybe 20 miles outside of Washington, D.C. So maybe 20 miles outside of Washington, D.C. I like to refer to it as Blackville because it is the center of Black excellence in the state of Maryland. That's how I feel about it. We are going to have as our special guest there the co-founders of Philosophy Wines. Kim and Denise are friends of the Wine Concierge. We carry their wines, and I'm excited that they're going to be there to talk about their story. They are the first female Black-owned winery in the state of Maryland. So their story is amazing. Is an amazing story in how they've been able to do so much in such a short time period. So that is on February 24th. Please get your tickets because once they're gone, they're gone. The other thing is, you may have noticed we have started the pre-sale of our February collection. So we have a collection of 4 wines that we are featuring. Now, let me just back up. For those who do not know us, who this is their first introduction to us, we, the Wine Concierge, we are an online retailer that features fine wines produced by women and minority winemakers. I'm delighted to say that for SheWines, Shay is in the house, is one of the labels that we carry, and we're so excited about this. Um, so our 4-pack, it is called Sip Black, and it features 4 dynamic winemakers and wine brands. And so we have Long's Black Label, his Cabernet Sauvignon called Phil Long. So I'm excited to see that, because usually that's only offered in the tasting room, and now we're able to offer it on retail. We have Chosen Family Wines. If you are familiar, if you are an NBA fan, this is Channing Fleming's wine, and it is from Oregon, and it is an amazing Pinot Noir. Love it, love it, love it. It is a beautiful Pinot Noir, and we had the opportunity of speaking with him during the Swirl Suite. And one of the things that I was so impressed with about his wine is that he knows his wine. It's not one of these, I lend my name out to this label and I'm just going to collect the profits on it. No, he's very much vested in the production of this wine, how it's made, supporting the winemakers in his particular label. So I think that is amazing. Then we have a friend of the Wine Concierge who started with us in the very, very, very beginning, and that's Nicole Kearney. And she is with Sip and Share. If you're familiar with her, she has vegan wines out of Indianapolis, and we are carrying her Awakening wine in this 4-pack. And then lastly, we have a new winemaker from South Africa, and it is Kushmush. And it is a white wine blend, and I'm so excited about it. It's a Roussanne, Chenin Blanc, I think a Sauvignon Blanc, and I should know this. And then there's a 4th wine. So it is an amazing blend of wine. So that's our 4-pack that is on pre-sale now. And so what does that mean? Like, really, what does pre-sale mean? Pre-sale means is that you can purchase it at $99, which typically if you bought all of these individually, it would be close to $130. So there's a savings there. And you also get a $20 gift card for you to use in February through March. So anything you want to purchase, you get an additional $20 on this pre-sale. So the pre-sale is now through January 31st. After the 31st, yes, Shante, I agree. This is a great price point. You don't want to sleep on this because, again, we sell fine wines. So between now and the 31st of January, you get the bonus of the $20 coupon, which you can spend any way you want to, and there's no minimum purchase. And the average price of our wines is usually around $25. So just think of it like that. And the $99 package. Starting on February 1st, you lose the bonus and the package is at $99. So that is where that is in February. And I'm just, I keep on using excited. I got to find another adjective, but there's another verb to explain it. But I just love this package. So there's something there for everyone. If you are a big, bold red wine drinker, that's for you there. If you like something a little in the middle and it's mellow, there's something for you there. If you're a sweeter wine drinker, we have a sweeter wine for you. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone. And I think that's great because just like we promote diversity in wine, we want your taste buds to be diverse as well. And then we also have some other great sales that are going to be going on next month. And we are, as always, featuring our winemakers and telling their story. You know, that is so important to us that we tell the stories of the winemakers and the brands that we have. Thank you. Thank you. I'm loving the comments. I love that Chris says that he is bubbling with excitement. And we're going to have to do something, Chef Chris, really soon. So I'm going to reach out to you offline to talk to you and figure out something for that. And then we also have another big announcement. I was speaking with a travel person today, and we are going to be announcing a trip that we're going to offer. So that's all I can say on that right now, but that will be also coming out soon during this time period. While I hope everything is okay with our guests, I'm checking my phone to see if there's an issue at all with her. But while we're waiting, please, if there's any questions that you guys have about some of the latest things that we're doing, or there's some things that you would like us to do, please put it in the chat, and it's something that we can talk about. Oh, Shay, this is a national trip, but we will be planning in 2024 an international trip. And some of the places that we're looking at in 2024 are New Zealand, South Africa, and I think it was Portugal. So those were the 3 places that we were thinking about. And Washington, yes, we need to do a Washington trip. We definitely need to do a Washington trip because we did this phenomenal series with the Swirl Suite with the winemakers from Washington, and I learned so much. And we actually, as a result of that series, we're actually carrying some of those wines. We definitely have Frechette wines, that goes without saying, but then we have Kona's wines, and we have Damsel's wines that are in our winter wine club. And we have Kona's Merlot, which is super yummy, super, super yummy. And we also have Kona's ice wine, which is phenomenal. So if you've never had ice wine, and these are all from Washington, you need to try that. We have a local ice wine from Maryland, but this Kona one is really good. And then we have Damsel, and I fell in love with her Cab Franc, and we have her Moldova wine as well. So these are varietals that if you're not familiar with Washington wine, you don't necessarily think of these, but this is a great region in the country to try these varietals. It is mind-blowing when you just take that first step. And I agree, we do need to. And Shay, maybe we should talk offline what we could do to like make a weekend trip or an extended weekend to Washington, because I think people don't have an appreciation because they don't know as much about Washington wines. When they think of the upper Northwest, they are probably thinking more Pinot Noir, and it's way beyond Pinot Noir for that. So yeah, let's talk about how we can plan a Washington trip. If there's other parts of the country or that you guys are interested in going, I'm all about, let's pack a bag and go there and experience it. Part of the reason why I started the Wine Concierge is to build that community where we're able to talk about different wines and experience that between fellow wine lovers. This is definitely not like, oh, you have to be certified up the wazoo to be an active member in our community, the basic requirement, and I'm gonna say this really slowly. The basic requirement to be a member of Shades of Vino, to be a part of the Wine Concierge, you just have to love wine. That's it. You just have to love wine. And if you love wine, regardless of how it's made, that's your entrance requirement. So we have our guests here, and I'm going to bring, she's backstage now. I'm going to bring Tabitha to the stage. But I think I agree. While I'm bringing Tabitha, I agree, Shay. The Motown Jazz concert at Frechette, that's an excellent thing for us to plan. So I will definitely be in touch. Hey, Tabitha.
Oh my God. Hello, Leslie.
How are
I, I
you?
I had an emergency and I'm a little late, but I'm here.
It's hey, as long as you were here, as long as you show up, that's okay. Because I can tap dance for a long time. I got the lungs for it, so it
I
is.
was like, oh
So
my God, she is going to be so upset.
yeah, we are fine. We are fine. I
Good.
was just bringing everybody up to speed. So
Okay.
Tabitha, please. I was telling them about uh everything that you do, but I think you would do it best. Yes, to tell us exactly who you are and
Yes.
what is SheWines.
Well, let me tell you where I'm at right now because you have to see this. Is there a way to turn the camera around? I don't know, but look at this.
Sunset is beautiful. That is beautiful. Where are you?
I am in none other than beautiful Temecula wine country. I thought it would be nice to be here in the setting, considering we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
wine. So,
Mm-hmm.
let me introduce myself to those who. It's so cold out here, though. So, I'm at Euphora Winery, Euphora, and it's one of my memberships that I have here in Temecula. But let's get into SheWines. My
Okay.
name is Tabitha Cole, founder and CEO of SheWines. I don't know what else did you say. You wanted to.
Yes. Okay. So please tell us, what is your wine story? How did you get started?
Really, it's not a unique or a crazy story. It really is just about intention, right? So we're out to dinner. This is me, Jennifer, and my best friend cousin Markeisha, and the three of us is like, you know, thick as thieves. This is my sisterhood circle, and we're celebrating birthday at Upland in a Italian restaurant, and we ordered a bottle of wine. That's it, right? Conversation, just girl time, sisterhood, and I said, wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing to have our own wine, right? And it was just a thought, and it was just an idea. Later did I know that we would really intentionally develop SheWines. And with the name, it just came to me in a dream because I was in a dark place myself.
Okay.
2019, I was in a dark place myself. And whether that be juggling twins and three children under 5 years old, being a stay at home mother, trying to find myself again. Women, we wear multiple hats, and I just felt as if I was being pulled left, right, here, and there, and just feeling empty. And when I thought of this concept, I thought, well, how many more women are feeling the way I'm feeling, right? Then I start to ask, I start to call, I start to make those calls, and it was so common. It was so common. People, women that I had spoken to, good friends, close friends, family members, say, I feel sometimes like giving up. I feel like my husband isn't emotionally available for me. I feel like no one understands me. I feel like it's just me and the kids. And so SheWines was born. SheWines was born. It was about developing a brand that was not only just good wine, but actually a sisterhood, a support system. You know, that's pretty much it.
So your background is in culinary arts, is that correct?
Yes, yes. I mean, that's a part of me. Yes, I actually attended right here locally, RCC Culinary Academy, Riverside.
Okay.
Um, Graduated in 2016. But before then, I worked in retail for what, over 13 years? I started off as a part-time cashier at Lowe's, home improvement,
Oh,
part-time. And I worked myself up to the administrative store manager. And I opened a brand new store that is the Highland store that is still there today. And when I
wow.
felt like, you know what, this is just draining, literally. I'm it just wasn't for me anymore. And I always had a passion of cooking and entertaining. And
Mm-hmm.
that was my first love anyway. And I just said, you know what? I'm a person that don't just talk it, I do it. So I did it.
Okay.
I went to culinary school. So I have Tabalicious Eatery that is registered in Menifee, California, where I reside. But I was cooking out of my house and everything, and I got licensed and for the with the county, Riverside County, and I had
Mm-hmm.
to put a pause on it when I developed SheWines because it's a lot to do both at one time.
Well, that's why I was wondering. I was like, okay, where is your cape? Like I'm looking for the cape because you had the eatery, you you have the babies on your hip.
3 children, and now there are 7. The twins are 7, and my daughter is 9. So yeah,
Right. And then you start a brand during COVID.
during the pandemic. Well, we started with the concept and development. Like, how do we even start? Like, we know we love to drink wine. We like to travel and drink wine, but how do you actually develop a private wine label? So, we started in 2019 trying to develop where do we source our grapes, etc. But yeah, you're right. 2020 came about, and it was like, girl, what are you doing? You can't do this right
Right.
now. And
Right. Hmm. And so where are your grapes sourced?
we sourced them from Paso Robles, California.
Okay.
Wine country, beautiful wine country there too.
And so tell us what wines you have, what varietals you have,
Well, I'm
and how
glad.
many. Hmm.
We have 2 right now under our belt, under the She Is Bold collection. We have a 2019 aged Merlot, and that's my baby right there. I mean, it is definitely different from any Merlot you have tasted. It's not very acidity, very
Hmm.
smooth, and I would consider that a medium body. And we also
Okay.
have a 2020 hibiscus rosé.
Now, when I saw the name, I was super curious because, hibiscus is often used in a lot of Caribbean drinks. It
Yeah.
has a strong Caribbean influence. And so, what influenced you to make this hibiscus rosé?
You know, it was simple because I like rosé first, right? I want to mention my oldest son, who's 23, who at the age of 18 pursued his passion in fashion, and he went to at 18 he left the country and went to France, Paris, France, and he's still there, living there right. Congratulations, Xavier. He graduated in May last year with his degree in fashion designs, and
Wow.
when I was there, that was like what 2018, and I was new, right, to rosé. I never heard of it. I was like, what is this? And so that's when I first learned about rosé. And when I came back to the States, it wasn't really popping like it is. Like now, when you go to your favorite beverage stores, you see
Right.
rosé all over the place. But that wasn't the case 5, 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I fell in love with rosé visiting France, traveling to Italy. It was only a 2-hour flight there. I was drinking rosé my whole 2 weeks that I was there. So that
Right.
was in the back of my radar self-consciously. So I said, of course I have to have my own rosé. Now, why the hibiscus? Why not? I say. The reason why is it's unique, it's extraordinary, and that is the brand that wine, the hibiscus rosé is under. It's under the She Is Extraordinary line. So I have She Is Bold. That's where all my red wines, because of course I'm going to have more wines to come. And
Mm-hmm.
under the She Is Extraordinary, you're unique, you're unapologetic, you stand out, you don't fit in. That's where the hibiscus rosé came in.
So, are you using Merlot for that rosé also?
No, we absolutely do it the traditional way. We sourced our Grenache grapes, and that's how we develop a rosé. The rosé is truly developed under Grenache grapes, and it doesn't have to fermentate like the Merlot, which took 18 months to age. You could actually press those, and that's how you get that color, because it's a little peachy red on the outside. So when you ferment those right away and press them, that's where you get that color. But it's a little darker and richer because we added the organic.
The hibiscus.
Yeah.
So you added the hibiscus during the aging process?
Yeah. For 5 days, we let it sit in a metal barrel for 5 days and let it do its thing. Okay. And when I tell you, it is one of the unique, most refreshing light rosés you ever tried. It's not very sweet, because a true rosé is not a sweet wine, but it is not as dry as some of the other. So that's the difference between any other rosé and ours. It's like floral, very floral off the nose.
Right.
Watermelon, refreshing.
So, okay, so it has characteristics on the palate of watermelon.
Yes, watermelon, plum, grapes, and it's a floral taste as well, and it's very neat at the end. It doesn't bite, not acidic, I should say.
Oh, that sounds delightful. I can't wait till you are able to ship over here.
I know.
So where can they get your wines now?
Right now, if you're in California based, I have to stress that I get so many deals, and I want to ship to you guys. I do, but I don't want to lose my alcohol license either.
Right? Oh no,
honey, it was a time to acquire this paperwork too. But in California, we're locally at 1010 Wine and Events. 1010 Wine and Events is a Black-owned, women-owned wine bar, the first and only in Inglewood, California. And they source hundreds of Black-owned private labels and spirits and beers from across the world. And we're exclusively there. And if you're in California, you can order at SheWines.com.
So it's okay. I'm putting it in the chat. So it is because you know what? I was looking at, so because there's another SheWines, and so I was like, that's not who I want.
I seen it's an accessory line.
Yes.
I think they started in 2018, and it's like, okay, but I'm already licensed and trademarked, so it's kind of odd, but shout out to her.
Right. But we want to, if you want to order from SheWines, it is she-wines.com. And right. I put it in the chat, so you can go there, and hopefully you're able to try the hibiscus rosé, and I want to know what it's like. So please, circle back and let us know exactly what it's like.
I tell you that is coming up in less than 7 days. We're going to be going live in the new market, and that is going to be New York City. We're going to the Big Apple, y'all.
Are you really?
February 1st, we go live in New York City, and we'll be at Happy Cork, which is one of a staple in the community that hosts Black-owned beverages.
I'm putting it in the chat. So you're going to be at Happy Cork February 1st in New York City. So anybody who knows anyone in New York, please tell them to come out and support. Or, New York for us is only a 4-hour drive.
Yeah. And so this her name is Sunshine. And she and her husband developed this beautiful store that's now grown and moved into a patio area where they have live curated events, and they have a huge selection of Black-owned wine and spirits there. So you want to support?
Awesome.
It's in Brooklyn.
Oh, it is in Brooklyn. Perfect. It isn't. So Happy Cork. February 1. That's a great way to kick off Black History Month.
That's what I said. Right in time for Black History Month. So that's a major market for us, and we are looking to Well, we gotta take baby steps, but we're looking at acquiring Atlanta, Georgia, and Chicago, Illinois
Oh,
later
well,
on.
please,
Maybe towards
yeah,
second, third quarter.
let us know. Please, come back and share your good news with us.
I
So
will.
you founded this with your best friend. And so how is it working with your best friend?
You know, right now it's a touchy subject. I got to be transparent with you because we've been working very hard to develop the brand and
Mm-hmm.
produce it. But right now, she is really focused on her primary business, right? So we all are entrepreneurs before she was,
Mm,
and what
mm-hmm.
she's doing in her community is helping um, adults with special needs. So she has two properties that is starting to grow, and she's acquiring a third property. So right now, I'm the face of SheWines, and Jennifer has become a silent partner. I am still pursuing the vision and the dream of SheWines. So
Okay.
I'll just say that.
Well, that's good. That's good that, being a business owner, it is important that you do have that resource and support
Right. Yeah.
with one another. And sometimes, just like in a marriage, sometimes one is out front, the
Yeah.
other one is taking back. So it is very normal. It is very
You
normal.
gotta allow people to do what's best for them. And
Yes.
did I like that initially when we had that meeting, we had that discussion? Of course not, because I know we started together. But at the end of the day, she's still with me. She's still with me in
Yes.
spirit, and I respect that. This is what she needs to do for her. I, on the other hand, you know what God said. Everybody can come with you, and this is where her road ends, and this is why I'm still, obviously still growing and still developing because I have a vision that everybody can't see all the time. So there's more to come with SheWines. We're talking about, other wines, more reds, more whites, maybe a possible prosecco, champagne. We're talking about coffee, tea. This is actually not going anywhere. We're going to be a household name here. So I'm glad to be on right now, Leslie, with you in the beginning, honey, because baby, the price is going up after this. That's all I'm saying.
So how much does it normally your bottle of Merlot, what does it normally retail for?
The Merlot is $42 on the
Okay.
site,
Okay.
and 32 for our hibiscus rosé.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with the fam?
You know, any piece of advice I could give that someone who wants to start off, because I that's one thing that I've been receiving lately since we went live, is how can I start my own private wine label, or where do you begin? There's so many different roads to this industry. What I would encourage you to do is map it out, like what type of wines would you want to acquire, and work with someone like a mentor, or like I was able to have a wine consultant to help me, just my whole thought process. Like, what do
Mm-hmm.
I want my bottle to look like? What is your story? I felt it was very I wish I had my bottle right here. I don't know why I didn't think to bring it. Um the label. That was my controversy. Like, do you really want to put black and brown women on the label? Because this is she wines. This is all women, right? Is it for
Right.
Absolutely, it is. It is for everyone. But for right now, who am I and what are you? Who are we looking at? What is my young lady, my daughter? She's a black young lady, and I'm a black woman, and we are underrepresented. So be true to your story. Be true to your vision when you're starting to develop a concept for your wine. Why are you doing this? What is your why? I thought it was very important to put black and brown women on the label because we are underrepresented, and this is going to be standing out when you're deciding on what bottle to pick up after you just had a long day of work and you got to go home to them kids. You're going to see that wine. You're going to see that bottle. You're going to pick it up because it looks like you and it looks like me. And you say, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important to understand what you want to accomplish, before you start developing, thinking about starting your own private wine label.
Yes, I think that's great advice. I think that's great advice. And I think that's with any business, you want to know where you want to end up.
Yeah, that's
Could
right.
you could get so distracted by all of the day-to-day stuff and not really focus on where you want to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true. I want to be on those Target shelves. I'm speaking it into existence. I want to be in Total Wines and More, Bev Mode, Costco's, So, when you see that, you're not walking past it. You just got to pick it up and say, "Hey, what is this? SheWines."
It is a very attractive label. I do
Yeah.
have to say. It is a very attractive
It's
label.
people who told me not to do this. And so, another advice I would say, don't listen to no damn body. Don't listen to no. There's people who you gotta listen to, of course, but I'm talking about those people who saying no, that's not gonna work. Those naysayers. When God puts something on your heart and puts something on your vision, and you feel that, and it aligns with what your story is, you need to follow it. But by all means, don't let nobody try to deter you or exert their fear into you.
And so let me ask you, uh, was this family that told you this?
Huh? I'm sorry.
Was it family that told you, gave you that advice?
It wasn't. It was like people in your circle, your friends, and things like that.
I
I would have listened. I mean, all I can say is sometimes you feel something and you gotta go with that. You know what I mean? And
mm-hmm.
that's your
Mm-hmm.
instinct. That's your instinct. That's your ancestors. That is who is talking to you. Follow it. Usually it's right. Your first mind, your first thought, that's usually the right way to go.
Right. All right. I
You
agree with
fail,
you.
pick yourself back up. It's not always that things are going to work out, but if you fail, that means you're doing something, right? you gotta fail to win. If you're
Mm-hmm.
not doing
Mm-hmm.
anything, hey, so
I definitely agree, and especially when you're starting out in business. And I don't think people mean harm when
right.
they tell you that, because they're telling you that to protect you. But, part of being an entrepreneur is taking that risk.
Yeah. You gotta
It,
step out on faith.
yes, yes. Well, I have to say the sunset is beautiful
It is.
there.
It is. So I'm so happy I came. I would only thing I regret, why didn't I Tabitha, why didn't you bring a bottle?
Yes, yes,
What's
yes.
wrong with me? I usually keep it in my car because they teased me. They called me Master T in reference to Master P because he
Right.
used to roll with his CD
Oh,
and
yes.
he would
Uh-huh. And
tell
he
them
was
out his
tell, yes,
that's how
yes.
first right.
Mm-hmm.
And so usually I always have a bottle, but I have to go to storage facility. I didn't have any more at home, so I have a storage facility here in Temecula. It's temperature controlled, so I like to keep it there, and I keep a
Right.
few bottles or a case or two at in the garage just for those small orders. But next time you'll have me on for Wine Down Wednesday, Women Wine Down.
Exactly.
I'm yours, Leslie. I'm yours.
Thank you so much. So before we go, I just want you to tell people how they can find you again, and what you're doing in February if they want to see you guys in person.
Okay, let me tell you what we have coming up. I want you to do this, guys, if you're listening. She-wines.com. Register as my email list. So I'm not going to flood you. I promise I won't flood you. I will only curate what's coming up in events. And what's coming up big, I'll tell you. It's in Oakland, California. February 25th, She Wines and a slew of other Black owned wineries will be there representing Black vines. It's the largest art and wine festival in the country. It's their 12th annual event. So they've been doing this for quite some time. Okay. So you want to grab your tickets. If you head over to my Instagram, you can save 20% on my link there for tickets. So that's just a hop, skip, and a jump from where we are in Los Angeles, Oakland, California. Black Vines Wine and Art Festival, a toast to Black vintners. I'm a Black
And
and I will be
and
there
that's on the 25th
of February.
of February. And so I'm going to post that now. It's also in the comments. And you said they can go to your Instagram?
Yeah, and my Instagram is she.wines, and you could in my bio, you will see the link there, and you can save 20% off on your tickets. And you will get your souvenir cups, your Black Vine souvenir cups that I don't like to say cups, glasses that you could take, hors d'oeuvres,
Mhm.
and you'll have several different Black owned ventures that you could taste and enjoy. Music, art. This is us. This is for us. This is our time, baby. This is our time. So that's coming up. And then, I go live in New York and on February 1st. Not to say that the product will be there by the 1st, but I am exclusively able to sell to people who are in the New York City, which is you can shop on she-wines.com.
Awesome. So I put up your IG, she.wines, to get 20% off of the Black Vine. So if you guys are in California,
Yeah.
And you're going to that festival, go on her Instagram, get the code, and then register. Definitely register.
I mean,
Definitely.
you want to be amongst our people. This is going to be an amazing event. So it's my first time attending, but this is the 12th annual event. So Google it, read about it. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you hopping on with us this evening. And thank you, Shades of Vino fam. Remember, we have our event on February 24th.
What is
This we have a Black wine makers wine tasting.
Oh, really?
And we only have 12 tickets left. So please jump on and get those 12 tickets, because when it's sold out, it's sold out.
Right.
And then we have our 4-pack special sip box for Black History Month. So go to our website, and we will see you soon. Cheers to you guys.
Thank you for having me, Leslie.